Hey, Wes MacInnes here, and you're watching theupandcomers.com.
All right, welcome again to theupandcomers.com. We are sitting here with the one and only Wesley MacInnes.
Hi.
How you doing, Wes?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
All right, I'm good, man. So we sought you out again from some of your great work that you just did on the hugely popular show Smallville. Who'd you play on Smallville?
I played a character named Icicle, or Cameron McKent, depending on how you want to look at it. He was the villain, or the main villain in the recent episode Absolute Justice.
Now, Absolute Justice, that's the only, Smallville's on their 9th season now?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the only, in all of Smallville history, wasn't that the only TV movie that they did? The only 2-hour movie?
Yeah, as far as I know, that was the only time they've done it. It started off as one episode, but it was written by Jeff Johns, comic book writer.
Legendary Jeff Johns.
Yeah, kind of a legend in the DC world there. And once he'd written it, he wrote this episode called Society. And I got on set, and within a couple days, they were saying, like, oh, this episode's huge. We've got all these guest stars. Let's make it a little bigger. And they tagged on a second episode called Legends. And then that's the way we're going for a while. And then another change came down. They're like, why make it 2 episodes when they can just sew them back together and make this into a TV movie and call it Absolute Justice?
Right. Okay. That must have been a nice little amount of days for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're trying to figure stuff out, it just helps your pocketbook. Now, when you played Icicle, how much did you know about the character?
Well, I tried to do as much digging as I could. I mean, some of it's in the script, but I tried to go online and find it. I didn't have any of the actual comic books, but I looked around on the internet, using Wikipedia and a couple other similar to Wikipedia type sites to dig up a bit of his backstory and like what he was like in the DC world.
Okay, well we're gonna make history right now, and we are gonna have you look. We're gonna have you see who you were actually playing.
Oh, that's too cool.
Okay. So there he is. That's him, as you can see on this page right there on the top.
Yeah.
That's Icicle right there. You see him to the right? Yeah. There he is. So you can flip through the pages and see who he is. And yeah, man, that's who they had you playing, and you're it's kind of a big deal as far as me as a comic book guy myself. I like to do my backstory, and I already know who they all are. So when I watch the episode, I'm like, oh yeah, they're doing Icicle. It's kind of a big deal. So now, what was it like when you got on set working with Tom Welling?
Tom was great, and that it's initially kind of intimidating, right? Because when I started, I watched Smallville when I was younger. Initially, it came out in 2001, and I would have been like 12 or 13 years old. And now I'm stepping on set, and people are saying like, okay, well you gotta blast him with ice powers. It's fun time. So it was initially intimidating, but he was great to work with, and it was cool in that he directed the second half. He directed the second half of the episode, and you could really tell he had like the acting background. He's done this for 9 years, and he would have little tips and tricks, like be it on an action sequence, be it on like a little acting moment. They're just sort of little way to move your eyes, little way to move your hand, whatever, that just made things flow so much easier. And then beyond all that, he was just a really nice guy, funny guy, great to work with.
Cool. Now, I don't know if you know the history. You also worked with the legendary Pam Grier.
I did. Oh, yeah. I was digging
Foxy Brown.
Yeah, Foxy Brown, later Jackie Brown. I was looking at a bunch of her stuff, like racking it up on YouTube and that, just seeing like bits of her work and that. And she was great to work with. And the really cool thing about her is she was on a bit of a schedule kind of thing, and they shot all of her scenes in Absolute Justice in one day. And,
wow.
And she did an amazing job. I mean, she flew in there basically and did scene after scene after scene. She was going all day long, and she never relented. She was great in every single one of them. So yeah, basically all my longer dialogue scenes are with her.
Oh, very, very cool. Yeah. Okay. Now, have you seen any sort of turnabout that's happened? Have you received any fan mail or anything from the episode?
A couple things. I mean, a couple people have added me up on Facebook. My agent says I've got some fan mail waiting right now that I gotta go sign a couple pictures and send them back to a few folks. So yeah, the neat thing is like I don't exactly look like myself in the episode.
At all.
I don't feel I'd be recognized at any point in time because they had me all done up with the bleached hair and the white skin, like very albino skin.
I watched the episode, and you know, I wouldn't say it unless it's true, but it was great acting. And how long you been doing the acting thing for?
For like film and television, only maybe a year and a couple of months. So when I started going out to auditions for that kind of thing. But I've been acting for a lot longer than that. Like I was always interested in it. Like a lot of people are, through school, through junior high, high school.
He's been going hard for the last year and a bit.
Yeah, and then maybe I'd say a little bit of time while I was in university. About halfway through university, I started taking a lot of theater courses and did a number of plays while I was there.
Right.
So I'd maybe say 3 years, kind of recently, and then 1 year somewhat professionally.
Now, in that year, another one of your projects is the Vampire Diaries, which is a huge show on the CW.
Yeah.
So that's a good look for for coming up. Some people try for 2 years, 3 years, and can't even book the janitor in Animal Miracles. So you know what I mean. So that's also a good look too. Now you're in negotiations for a kind of a big upcoming project. Can you talk about that or?
Yeah, I think I can say a little. I've got permission to say a little bit about it. It's a project called The Valentines, and it's a film production company called Kaiser Productions. They're out of Norway, and they're setting up shop in Los Angeles this year, and they're sort of deciding where they're shooting. They're sorting out some details, but they've got a bunch of actors signed on. I can't talk about who any of the other cast is, but they are people that you will know.
Okay.
And yeah, it's sort of a sci-fi feel. It's supposed to be sort of like a Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Roswell meets the OC, kind of they're updating that kind of thing, but sticking with that classic 90s sci-fi feel. It's a story of some kids at a boarding school who stumble across a bit of a secret there. I can't say too much more than that, but it's looking like a really good script. Is
Denzel going to be in it?
We can all help.
Robin Williams? You can't tell us who it is.
I can't tell you. It could be any of those guys.
Okay. So technically, Robin Williams could be in the project.
I haven't even seen the full cast sheet. So
Okay.
It's very possible.
Very cool, man. All right. So now what we have also that we do for all our up-and-comers, we have something called the speed round. It should be called, I think I'm going to change it to the random speed round.
Okay.
And what we do is we ask you a bunch of random questions and we ask them to you in under a minute. You have to answer every question that we ask. Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here it goes. Favorite actor you've worked with? You got a minute.
Bruce Greenwood.
Okay. Your favorite movie?
Star Wars.
Your favorite electronic device?
My laptop.
Okay, next question. Laptop or PC?
Laptop, I guess.
Okay. Worst music group or solo?
Worst music group. O-Town.
Very good. Worst TV show?
Worst TV show. Oh, man. Oh, what to slam? I'll slam the OC for no reason. I just talked about it.
What's the last CD you bought or downloaded?
I think it was Weezer's Blue album, the very first one.
Okay. The sexiest woman in Hollywood?
I'll go with Megan Fox.
Okay.
Sure.
We can't be friends anymore. I'm joking. If you could be an actual superhero, who would you be?
Spider-Man.
Nice. What's the last movie you saw?
Last movie I saw, Alice in Wonderland.
Favorite actor?
Harrison Ford.
Nice. Favorite actress?
Naomi Watts.
Your least favorite actor, and you can't say Flavor Flav.
Least favorite actor, Pauly Shore.
Okay. These are smart answers. Favorite drink?
Favorite drink. Go with eggnog.
Okay. Your best place to travel?
Hornby Island. It's one of the Gulf Islands.
Okay. Your dream role?
Lee Scoresby, if they ever rebooted the series, his Dark Materials or The Golden Compass, they rebooted it and did it right.
Okay. If you could have an actor's career, who would it be?
Jared Leto.
Done. That's it. That's the end of the speed round. You did real well, man.
Cool.
Okay, so that's the end of our interview, man. Now, people need to get a hold of you. Where would they, somewhere they could go, or or they could hit you up on Facebook?
Yeah, hit me up on Facebook. You just add me by name, Wes MacInnes.
Okay.
You can also look up my IMDb thing. It's under Wesley MacInnes.
Okay.
And yeah, it's got probably a bunch of my contact stuff on there.
Okay, we're going to be looking out for you. you know, like I said, you look like that's a really huge role that you just booked. And you know, people are talking about you. You got the internet buzz going, so we had to look you up and make sure that you know, we got you on here before you know, become this. You're too big to talk to us.
Never be too big, Keith.
Well, it was real good talking to you, man. And thanks for doing our interview on the upandcomers.com.
Thank you very much.
Peace.